Welcome back to That Sky Media, everybody. It's your boy Kyle. I'm here with our co-captain Jax, who's a little under the weather after such an adventure yesterday. But we are bringing you to Oildale, California, USA, and the Bakersfield Speedway on North Chester Avenue. Founded in the post-war boom in 1946, just a third mile, high banked clay track. And, earlier this year marked the end of its 79-year legacy, becoming a real cornerstone of local race culture out here in Bakersfield. 40s and 50s, it emerged as a big hub, brought a lot of thrilling races. Again, people were just hungry to see this stuff in the dirt, as a lot of people in the comments know what a track like this can bring to the surrounding areas. People are coming far and wide from the western states. It became more of a community gathering center, known for its gritty atmosphere, family-oriented environment. Fan reviews from this era highlight its role as just local tradition and really strengthening the Bakersfield cultural identity. Moving into the 80s and 90s, it was hosting a lot of big events like the McGowan Memorial, the Mike Mosher Classic, Bud Nationals, and designated itself as a IMCA racing staple, and just really started to elevate this speedway status in the culture. As we move to the 90s and 2000s, some real connection on a national level and beyond with NASCAR's Kevin Harvick. We also have Rick Mears, former Indy 500 winner, begin to bolster the racing pride coming from this area. And as it started to grow through the 2000s, we started to see the Thanksgiving Thunder tradition, which is a 2-day season finale, make its way to this site. 2018, the World of Outlaws came back, but naturally, as we've heard in most, if not all, these other speedways in Southern California, 2020 was a real pivotal year for it. Noise complaints and urban challenges started to face this ground more so than most as the development kind of stretched out here, and there's just more and more issues from this raceway, and as a community asset, and it got under a lot of pressure. And again, it just mirrored the fate of a lot of these other Southern California raceways. Unfortunately, January 2025 of this year, it was announced that Kevin Harvick and Kern Raceway were going to help push this forward in a new direction. And really just goes to show the adaptability and commitment to preserving their dirt track heritage around here. So, come March this year, just not that long ago, March 8th, the final race occurred, marking into the 79 years on this site. And they moved across town to the Kern Raceway, which, spoiler alert, you might be seeing that very soon.
On that note, it's chicken pot pie time. You had a long day in the car yesterday, and we were turning some laps ourselves. If you like what we're doing, if you want to help support the channel, buy me a coffee, link in the description below. Super chat, super thanks, all that goes a long ways in helping us stay on the road, bringing you guys this content, and going on some extra adventures with the boy over here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on up there, show you guys what's going down. Peace.